guys, we're on the second bike of the day here. The 84 Honda Shadow to the rescue, VT700C. And I say to the rescue because if you watched my last video, I was on the 82 Honda Magna and losing clutch. Definitely lost the clutch. I was able to get to my father's house, and to be perfectly serious, let's see, I'm gonna stay on here. We opened up the reservoir and there was water sitting on top of the diaphragm, so there was obviously water and lack of fluid underneath, so that definitely needs fluid changed out, and hopefully it's fine. But there was almost no clutch left, and I heated what was up what was in there, and it was obviously dead. So had to leave that down there and bring home the 84 Shadow. And similar bike, you're comparing 82 to 84. This would be in the starter bike range to just a comfy cruiser, I guess. It is a 700, but not quite as peppy as the 500 Ninja. So if you wanted to start out and you just had an idea of what you wanted a cruiser for your first bike, or you wanted a sport bike for your first bike, they're two good options. And they're two good options that I actually own and I'm selling, at least this one, I think. So I believe I told you you gotta be pretty certain on your shifts with this motorcycle. The gear throws are kind of long, so if you don't kick it the whole way, you might miss a gear, but just be deliberate with your gear shifts and you should be fine. It's not a slow bike. It's got power. Definitely a lot quieter if we're comparing the Magna to the Shadow. And the belief is the Magna has 78 or 79 horsepower, where, if I remember correctly, and you'll tell me in the comments, I think the Shadow had 62 horsepower. This is a V-twin, shaft drive, dual front brakes, yep, hydraulic clutch, and the rear brake on this is a drum. This is a pretty decent looking motorcycle. If you're thinking something looks off, I stole the handlebars off a Shadow 500 and put them on here. For one, because the original bars were trashed, and for two, because I have a feeling these bars just feel more comfortable. They're a little weird, but they work for this motorcycle. I mean, they're still a little bit in. Like, where would you want them? Like, if these were more straight, it might feel more comfortable. You could lean into it. They're weird, but they're fine. Everything's fine. I did get a new grip and throttle cable for this, or throttle tube for this, so I'll be swapping that out before it's sold. But this Shadow starts up and runs all the time, just fine, even after sitting for a little while, unless the battery dies on you. But she's a solid runner, just like the 600 Shadow we're working on. This has 2 plugs per cylinder. And as I said, it is a 700cc, just under 7. I guess it's 698. Excuse me. But I felt like I was hitting all the red lights today, and hopefully, there's a yellow. Hopefully that's done. Pretty comfy original seat on this bike. And it's just a fun little cruiser to ride. 21,500 miles. We'll add a few to it now. just like the Magna, the mirrors are in a very good place. And clean dashboard on this with a temp gauge and 6-speed transmission, 5 with overdrive. And she's plenty of power for me. About 200 pounds, 5.5 in. It's just a good little cruiser. Great starter bike, fun in the sun. What else do I have to tell you about it? I don't know. They're having a party. Wonder what they're up to. Oh man, they got a bouncy house and everything. This could benefit from a new throttle handle there. That thing broke off, so maybe I'll source one if nobody buys it in the meantime. She's a good bike just to putz around. You can hear a valve. I think the valves are a little noisy on this thing. They are hydraulically adjusted, so you don't have to perform a valve adjustment. But I think since '84, I think something's wearing out in there a little bit. It doesn't affect the bike running, but I don't know that the hydraulic adjusters are in perfect shape, so you could go in and do a top end check on them. It runs great and it's happy, so I don't do that. If I noticed an issue, I'd check it out. This did have a dead spot when the exhaust was cut off, but I have since put on a factory exhaust again, and it runs fine with no dead spots. It's just a nice little runner. Alright, we'll go up through the gears around this turn. I don't know if y'all want to stick around too long, but let's get her home here. There we go. First gear. Oh, another thing I will say is don't ride this bike with shorts as I am. The pipe is right there by your leg and you will burn yourself. No doubts. No doubt. You're gonna burn yourself. So keep your leg away from the exhaust. So, put down in the comments what you guys are riding these days. I'm curious what my anybody watching this video is riding. I've been on the Magnas, on the Shadow, been working on the Shadow, on the Ninja. I have the CBR to work on, a bunch more Magnas. I have a Katana that I'd like to get running. It's going to take a whole overhaul, so kind of keep putting that off. I've got the 1400 Intruder. That should come. We have the GY6 Chinese scooter. Haven't been on that in a little while, but I do have some video to put up from the beach. It was in its element on an island with a speed limit of 25. So we can easily speed with that thing, but it didn't feel that fast. I have to clean off the brake caliper on the Diamo retrofitty. I have to do the front brake caliper on that. And obviously the 82 Magna, we need to do the clutch bleed, put in new fluid so that she can shift again We'll have to do that down at my dad's house. This bike doesn't give you a headache. It's delightful. The other thing nice about these bars is they already had the factory holes drilled in them, so lining up your controls wasn't that big a deal. It was awesome and easy, totally easy. Again, she handles pretty good, a lot like the Magna. She's not quite as balanced. The V4 Magna is pretty much sewing machine smooth, and with these V2 twin cylinders, you get a lot more vibration out of them. Just like the Harleys, I mean, they're known for vibration and thud, 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 thud. Yeah, you hear that thud, 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 thud? It's just not as aggressive as a bigger V-twin. This bike gets you around and gets you out in the wind, and it's fun to ride. Doesn't really do anything offensive. And sometimes that's what you want. Sometimes non-offensive motorcycles are the way to go. You do have a shaft drive, as I said, so no chain maintenance, so you don't have to worry about how much slack is in your chain or cleaning your chain or any of that stuff. That guy was waving. I think the passenger was waving out the sunroof. I didn't know. I didn't know you were a biker. You didn't tell me. If you're watching this video, let me know. Let me know you waved and I didn't wave back. Sorry. I don't know how much I trust this cornering, as you noticed. She took it, but I wasn't sure what she was going to do. Flick of the wrist and she moves. Like I said, she's not begging to move, but she'll do it if you ask her. I've been talking a lot lately to myself and you guys. Whee! Counter steer, a little bit to the left to go right. Well, I think it's probably enough fun for the night. Time to get home and have a beverage. Guys, thanks for following along. Like and subscribe if you like what we do here on the channel. And I'll see you in the next one with some repairs probably. Or maybe I'll dig up another bike to ride. I'm trying to think of what I even have. What else do I have that I can ride? We've ridden the 3rd gen Magna, the 1st gen Magna, the Shadow, and the Ninja. What else do I have that's good to go? I don't think anything. I gotta fix the other 3rd gen Magna, the 97. The moped, we could take that out. Alright, well, join me back for another one. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Get out and ride.